living in England, I used to love going to the Chinese shop, and I used to get sweet and sour pork, and it used to be bits of pork in a really nice crunchy batter, and then you dip them in the sweet and sour sauce. Well, I'm going to do my take on this today, but I'm going to use chicken. So I've chopped chicken, 2 chicken breasts into little sort of squarey bit shapes. Very easy to do on your board. Some a bit bigger than others, which is a bit sad really, but there you go. So 2 chicken breasts all ready to go. In this bowl I've doubled up because I like to freeze stuff, as you well know. But for one batch you need 140 grams of just all-purpose flour, and into that I've put a good teaspoon of salt. The next thing I'm going to put in is baking powder. I put two teaspoons of baking powder into that. Then I have 12 grams of corn flour, or cornstarch, maizena, in France. Just make sure I've got all of that, because that's really important. This is what's going to help it be really crispy. So all the dry ingredients together, and then just get it mixed up as good as you can with your whisk. Now I'm not going to do anything further with that now until my fat's ready to go, and I've heated it to the temperature that I want to. I will only add the water to this when I'm ready to actually start frying. That is really important that you leave it. So I'll see you in a moment when I have my fat all ready to go. I've got my fat all heating up, all ready to go here. The secret to this is getting organised. Now, in a bowl here I've got some flour, just plain flour. Here I've got my mix ready to go. In this jug I have my water, which is nice and cold. It must be cold. I have a skewer because I'm going to pick that up to put it in my fat when it's good to go. Then I'm going to mix my batter. So I have a wooden spoon, no whisking this at all. Pop your water in, all of it. And then we're going to mix this as quickly as we can, because we've got baking powder in here and we've got the corn flour in here. It would have helped if it was on my mat a bit better. Now we're going to stir it quickly. Now it doesn't matter about the lumps. You're not aiming to get all the lumps out of this at all. All we want to do is get it to come together a bit. So I'm making a mess here as usual. Give it a quick zhuzh. As you can see, it's still really quite lumpy, but I am not going to worry about that. We're done. Now I'm going to pop some chicken. I don't want to overload my pan, but I'm going to pop some chicken into my flour. Using my skewer, I'm then going to drop it into my batter. Just give it a coat and into the batter. The reason I use the skewer is A, it's safer for me to do that, and B, you don't get your hands all messed up either. Right, so I've got a few in there now. Just going to stir it, get it coated, and then I'm going to pick it up with my skewer. Make sure you got it completely and utterly coated. Drop it into my pan. Now I've got my fat at around 180, just over 180 degrees. Right, my problem now is finding my chicken. There we go. Next. This is why the skewers are a really good idea, because you can keep the chicken on it. Next. And another one. Here we go. Now, these won't come out nice balls like they do in the Chinese chip shop, I can assure you. I've lost a bit of chicken down there, but it will turn up eventually. Now I use my water jug just to pick up these crumb bits that you get floating around, because you will get them. So I try and keep the fat fairly clean. Now just let them cook off until they float. And don't forget, we're going to cook these twice. I cook these in my fryer, and then what I will do is the second fry in my second fry in my air fryer. So just pop them onto there, and then we do the next batch. It's as simple as that. Just give it a coat up into your fat. Give it a good coat. Make sure you've got it coated into the fat. Any of the big lumps will just float off, so that's not a problem. But you do not want to mess about too much with this batter, because it won't come out crisp, it won't be nice. Get a few more in this time without losing them at the bottom. Right, once I've got them in, then I can start cleaning up. As you can see, there's all bits there. Oh. Now I'm going to start clearing up my bits. There we go. And look, all it's doing is leaving my nice little balls in there. If my son's about, or one of my 3 sons is about while I'm cooking these, I leave these bits in for a little bit longer, and he eats these. Really not so good. Right, they're nearly done, so I'm going to put some more chicken in. Now remember, all I've got is 2 chicken breasts here, and these will make lots. Even if you're going to eat these straight away, you need to second fry them. You just leave them on your rack to cool down. Look at those, proper rustic they are. But they taste every bit as good as the restaurant where I used to buy sweet and sour pork. You can do this with pork, clearly. You can use turkey. Shrimps. Shrimps would be one. Oh, yeah, do shrimps in there. That would be absolutely delightful. Right, here we go again. Right, I'm going to crack on and get these done, and then as soon as I've done these, we'll make a beautiful sweet and sour sauce to go with them. Well, I've first fried all of my chicken, and look what I've got here. That from 2 chicken breasts, I kid you not. That is so good. The next thing we're going to do is make a sweet and sour sauce. So I'm going to put the measurements up as I put them in. First of all, I've got pineapple juice. What I will say is, this is actually fresh pineapple juice. I'm not going to put pieces of pineapple in this because it does mess with my medication a little bit. In this bowl, I have sugar. Again, the measurements will come up because I can't always remember them, to be fair. Sugar going in. Here I've got, this is apple cider vinegar going in. That's for our sweet and sour. We've got our sugar, we've got our pineapple juice, and we've also got the vinegar. In here I have tomato sauce and soy sauce, and that is going in next. To really rinse the bowl, the bottom out with my sauce. There we go. This is a really, really simple thing to do. Here I've got some carrot in julienne. Here I've got just a little drop of water, and into that I'm going to be putting one really heaps spoonful of maizena. That's on a dessert spoon. I'll put the weights down, I know what the weights are for this anyway. So we'll give this a bit of a stir. Right, that's moving nicely. Once you've got it moving nicely, just keep it there. We're going to put this onto the heat, and we need to bring this to a boil. So I'm going to stir all the ingredients together. We want the sugar to dissolve clearly. And we bring this to a boil. Bringing this to a boil is really as much cooking as you want those carrots. My husband always says to me, don't cut the carrots in julienne, because I'm not good at it. I always do them too thick, but if you're good at it, great, just go ahead. Oh, you can smell that already. So make sure my maizena's good. Now I'm not necessarily going to put all of this in at once, because I want it to be thick, but I don't want it to be like glue. So err on the side of caution here. Yeah, that was the right amount for me. Here we go. Now it's just like thickening a custard or your gravy, isn't it? Just make sure that that corn flour is cooked through. There we go. And we're done. You don't get any easier than that, do you? I always make my sweet and sour sauce early in the morning. It can stand, and it is absolutely beautiful. Oh, that's just like I remember it to be. I'm going to fry off a couple of these, sort myself out some sweet and sour, and we're going to do a taste test. I can't wait. Well, these are my first fried chicken, and I've got to tell you, out of 2 chicken breasts, that's a ridiculous amount of food. The kids would absolutely love these if you fry them again. You could even dish them up with chips and beans, and I tell you, the kids are going to be absolutely over the moon with those. I've air fried these ones here, and they are looking delicious. And here is my beautiful sweet and sour sauce. Wonder if it's like it was years ago. Oh. Oh my lord. I think I'm going to pull up my chair. And eat those. That sweet and sour sauce is spot on. Absolutely spot on. Well, I've really enjoyed making these. I really have. They're not beautiful. My food tends to be a bit on the rustic side. But I tell you what, dished up, that looks really good, doesn't it? 2 chicken breasts and a bit of flour. Unbelievable. And this is so much better than store-bought. No preservatives, no additives, you know exactly what's in it. And my God, you couldn't buy that any better. Well, I sincerely hope you have a go at this recipe. It is really, really nice. Well, if you liked what you saw, please like, share, subscribe to see me making more economical, tasty food. Thank you for watching.